A few months ago, when we were redoing our house, we had to clear out most of the closets. In one closet, I found photo albums. Lots of photo albums. In one picture, taken 17 years ago, I saw a brown-haired, brown-eyed woman in her 30s with her arms wrapped around a light brown-haired, green-eyed man in Newport Beach, California. They are my parents. This couple divorced in January 2004, when I was 3 months old. Being a parent is obviously not a part-time job. It's actually the opposite. You go along for the whole ride, from start to finish. No pit stops. Society has painted a picture of a perfect family. The ones that you see in the movies, or the ones that come up when you search family on Google. Just because society has painted this picture does not mean that it has to be your picture. You need to create your own. When you visualize a family, what do you see? Whatever comes into your mind is most likely the picture that society paints. Usually it's a mom, dad, and the children. This picture of the perfect family has been adopted by many generations. But in reality, less than 43% of American children are living this life. Of about 12 million single-parent families, 84.1% are headed by single mothers, while only 15.9% are headed by single fathers. This means that many mothers have to play both their role and the role of the father. My mom is one of these mothers. Today, 1 in every 4 children grows up without a father. About 17.4 million American children. I am one of those children. So, to put my life into context, I am one of the 84% of the 12 million children growing up with a single parent that is growing up with a single mother. From the beginning, my mom showed immense strength with playing both the role of the mother and the father. Usually, going to sports games and enrolling the kids is the dad's job. But by the time I was 5, I was enrolled in the traditional girls' sports and activities, like dance and gymnastics, but was also enrolled in soccer, tennis, and swimming. Growing up with a single mom, you would think that I was raised with a pink princess outlook. Even though I did have my pink princess phase, I eventually grew out of it, gymnastics, and dance. I soon realized that my lack of flexibility and tough attitude made me the perfect candidate to play sports. I probably would never have realized this without the willingness of my mom to put me in sports. Even though I got and did all the same things with my mom that people did with their dads, I still felt there was an emotional aspect missing. I soon realized that I had a whole community of people that loved me that did fill this gap. I just didn't notice. I always got great support from my mom and practically the rest of my family. Whether it was my aunt who taught me to be strong, my other aunt who taught me to always work my hardest, my cousin who is practically my sister who taught me to enjoy every moment, my uncle who taught me that life is better when you're laughing, my grandparents who taught me to strive for the best and nothing less, or the Weinsteins, the neighbors who taught me that family doesn't always mean blood. Some people might say that I missed out on so many things because I didn't have a dad. But the truth is, I don't think I did anymore. Going through these experiences made me put up walls, and I ended up not trusting people easily or sometimes not even at all. In first grade, after my dad left to go back to California, I started showing signs of separation anxiety towards my mom. I thought she was the only person I had in my corner, and when she left me at school, she was actually going to leave me. This problem was not solved right away. It actually took a few weeks of therapy and meeting a good friend. This made it easier for me to transfer from a home environment, where my mom was, to a school environment, where my mom wasn't. To this day, I still find it hard to talk about how I feel or trust people. Though these experiences built these walls, they made me stronger because I had to find a way to tear them down. Growing up with a single parent has shown me that just because something is perceived one way by society does not mean that it turns out or is that way. I want to tell this story now because I want to change the way society makes people think. I think this is important, especially now that society has but one set expectation for a family. I love and appreciate my family. I guess you could say I got the best of both worlds. It isn't perfect, but then again, what is? Thank you.